Seekonk Speedway, the action track at East.
That the market needs, whether it's off-road, oval track, drag racing, whatever your need may be, Zeke's Custom Auto has it all on Route 44 in Taunton, Massachusetts. And Kara Torman jumps a little bit early, and it's the green flag. Kara Torman, that number 18, gets the jump and leads the field down into turn 1. The number 36 of Jeff Sudford looks to the bottom. Down the backstretch, he takes the lead into turn 3. The number 62 of Russ Tatro way up high. Larry Only in that 47 looking to take over that third spot. The 19 of Robert Lindo. Also the story here as they go 3 wide down into turn 1. The 62 of Russ Tatro backs off a little bit. Larry Only grabs that second spot going down into turn 3. Fantastic run for Larry. He just hugs that bottom. Here comes James Lawrence at 81. James Lawrence takes over the third position and is now right on the back bumper. We have a caution for the number 97 of James Thomas out of Johnston, Rhode Island. Graham Saw, resharpening service sponsored automobile, heads pit side. A nice, even, steady pace. They get on the gas. It's the green flag. And at the line is the number 36. Gets the jump. Larry Only gets shifted back a little bit as the 81 of James Lawrence quickly grabs that second position and is now looking underneath the 36. The 36 shuts the door. James Lawrence wisely backs out of it. Now looking to the bottom again on the front stretch. Does not have the horsepower to get it done this time. He goes to the high side this time down the backstretch as Pete Roder in that 41 sees the opening, quickly grabs it. The battle right now is for second at the halfway point. James Lawrence gets to the high side, 3 wide at the line. Pete Roder dives to the bottom, takes the lead. James Lawrence working that outside groove steadily, still maintains that second position. And Matt Dewey in the back of the 02 does a little bit of landscaping. He hits the infield slightly, manages to keep it going, gets a sideways down at turn 4. Real sideways, but holds on to that automobile. And meanwhile, it's the 41 of Pete Roder showing the field away. He is the class of the field at the moment. The battle right now is for that 5th spot as the 63 and the 47 battle it out. 2 to go for the 41 of Pete Roder. 2 more times around and he will win at the qualifying round number 1. Bob Rotundo looks to the bottom of the 36, wants that 3rd spot with 1 to go. Just 4 more turns for Pete Roder. And the number 66 gets away sideways in the back coming out of turn 4. Matt Dewey hugs the bottom, doesn't make any contact. Kara Torman is about to be passed. She started pole, she goes way to the back. She gets into Matt Dewey slightly. Matt Dewey has a problem and the win comes for the 41 of Pete Roder. Out of New Bedford, Mass. Pete Roder. Seekonk Speedway. Of course, we're lucky here tonight to get the races underway. The good Lord has held the rain back for us. Last night, Stafford Motor Speedway, Wisconsin Speedway, Lee Speedway, Speedway 95, all of them got rained out. Nobody turned any laps here in New England last night, but we're here at Seekonk Speedway, ready to go with qualifying round number 2 for the street stocks, and on the pole it will be the number 61 for Carl Simmons out of Smithfield. And outside Carl, former street stock champion Scott Seredinsky will be in the number 53. Second row inside will be the number 12 for Richard Wisher out of Warwick, and outside Richard in the 4th. Hard to pass. At the line they get underway, it's the green flag. The number 61 does not get underway. Something quickly shuts that automobile down as the number 82 of Scott Sundin gets into him a little bit, but the 61 goes from the pole to the infield quickly. I don't know if it was an ignition problem or a shifting problem or whatever, but he just did not get that automobile underway. Seems to have it going now. He may bring it up to the rear of the field. Or green flag at the line is the number 61. The 53 of Scott Seredinsky. Side-by-side battle down into turn 1. Peter Fernandez in that 26 looks to the bottom, does not find an opening. The 53 grabs the lead going into turn 3. And at the line, it will be the 53 of Scott Seredinsky leading the field. an eye on Bruce Migo in that 23. He's working that outside groove up alongside the 22, looking to take over that 4th spot. But Dave Titus just dives down underneath. The 22 makes heavy contact. Dave Titus brings it around and makes another contact with the 22.
He's got a flat.
Looks like he has a flat tire, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard to get these tires to turn with a flat tire. Has a flat left front on that number 22. He'll have to head pit side to get some repairs done. The number 80 also having some sort of problems. The number 80 is slowed down dramatically. Scott Lavelle, the 22 and Scott Lavelle head pit side, but at the halfway point it's Scott Seredensky in with a fine lead. The 61 trying everything he can to catch up. But Scott Seredensky working the oval nice and smooth. Has an easy lead at this point. Bobby Betancourt in that 4th position. David Radcliffe on the outside of the 71 takes over that 5th starting spot down into turn number 3. David Radcliffe gets it sideways. 84 smokes the right rear, but at the rear, at the finish line, he maintains that 5th position. With ease, it is the number 53 of Scott Seredensky, 2 to go. With ease, winning this qualifying round number 2. How many qualify?
12.
12 to qualify, ladies and gentlemen. 1 to go for Scott Seredensky in that number 53. 2 more turns, down the backstretch he goes. That automobile is sponsored by Wheelock's Auto Supply. And Scott Seredensky brings it under the checkers and wins qualifying round number 2. Wheelock's Auto Supply, Ray Stewart Incorporated, and TP Di Romeo.
Well, thank you, Ron. Rick Carter in car number 3 from Canton, the Snap-on Tools car. Car number 3 will be on the pole this time. With Mike Hope. Spike comes from Rehoboth. Owns and operates Mike's Service in Rehoboth. Car number 9, Mike's Service, Flynn Pest Control, and Andy's Outboards, all sponsor 32-year-old Mike Hope from Rehoboth. Car number 9. Where is he? Here he comes. Laurent Degas from Brockton is next in line in this blue number 73 automobile. With Tony Olszewski from Tiverton. Tony Olszewski from Tiverton, car number 7. Showroom touch. With Rich Napier from Hanover in the Jimmy Moorhead automobile. Mark Pearson, the 99, bringing up the rear, the advanced engine rebuilder. And we get through the first turn here on our 3rd heat for the street division. Mike Hope has got that number 9 running pretty strong as he gets around the outside of Dick Carter. Dick Carter gets the... Oh, hold on, we got a couple up against, not quite, Paul Melberg and the 04. Got going together, Morris LaValliere. Paul's having problems getting that Junior's Auto Supply car straightened up and back on. I think he's got a flat tire. All right, Dick Carter has got that snap-on number 3 back under control and in the lead. Carter has got the snap-on number 3 in control. He's got the lead. Here goes the 9 of Mike Hope up around the outside. Mike Hope wants that lead. So does Tony Olszewski. Tony Olszewski in the Moyworks car number 7, but they can't get by the 3 as Tony gets into a little bit of a push and shove when the 00 was helping out. The 00 was helping out. I don't have an 00 here. I didn't introduce him. I know, I didn't introduce him though. And we got Gene Weston in the 00. I somehow didn't get him in the lineup. We got Gene Weston in the 00 in there. Richie Napier in that 76 working his way up through. Ed Platt in the 05 is right up in there too behind the 7th car of Tony Olszewski. We got a lot of competition for those 3rd, 4th, and 5th spots as the number 9 of Mike Hope finally manages to get a little bit of daylight between him and the 3 car of Rick Carter. Dickie Carter has got that number 3 and still holding on to it. The 00 of Gene Weston and the 05 of Ed Platt kind of holding back everybody else. Richie Napier wants to get through there with less than 2 laps to go. White flag this time, white flag this time. White flag as the 9 of Mike Hope. He's got himself a pretty good run going. Mike Hope in the 9, the 3 of Carter, the 7 of Olszewski, the 05, and it's Mike Hope winning the heat, Dick Carter, and Tony Olszewski. And he finally managed to hold on enough to take it over and keep it. Winning himself the 3rd one. The 4th one, Ron Goodell.
Okay, Jim, on the pole in this 4th qualifying round will be the number 27 for Kevin Ott out of Cumberland, and outside Kevin will be the number 67 for Lady Racer Nancy Sherman out of Lakeville. Inside row, 3rd spot will be the number 33 for Sean Sylvia out of East Taunton. 4th starting spot on the grid will be the number 72 for Al Clements III out of Oak Bluffs. 3rd row, inside finds the number 43 of Tiverton resident Joe Cadero. And outside Joe, 6th starting spot will be the 08 for Russell Bryant Jr. out of Weymouth. Next in line, a 120 of Jeff Waterman, multi-feature winner here this year, starting in 7th. And outside Jeff, get going, and it's the green flag. For the 4th qualifying round here tonight, it's a side-by-side battle down into turn 1. Nancy Sherman working that outside groove, gets in a little deep, gets drifted high. The 72 finds the opening. Down the backstretch, 4 wide, ladies and gentlemen, down through turns 3. Nancy Sherman gets up high and dry, shifted to the rear of the field. Meanwhile, the number 33 of Sean Sylvia takes the lead. Joe Cadero in 2nd. Jeff Waterman in the 120, looking to the outside. Does not do it this time. At the line, it will be Sean Sylvia leading the field. Joe Cadero looks to the bottom, does not have the ponies to get it done, and the 33 shuts the door. Up along that outside groove, the 120 of Jeff Waterman, working it nice and smooth, brings her deep into turn 3, looking to take over that 2nd position. And at the line, the 43 maintains it, looks to the bottom, gets into the 33. The 33 straightens it out. All competitors continue going, but over here on turn 4, we have the number 28 of Bill Beardwood, completely sideways in a very precarious position, and the caution will come out tonight in qualifying for round number 4 for the 28 of Bill Beardwood. He's employed at the old Joe Cadero on the gas. It's the green flag. Jeff Waterman grabs a handful of power down into turn 1. It is a side-by-side battle. A nice, smooth exit out of turn 2 for that 120. Gives him the momentum, and down into turn 3, it looks like he will take the lead. Joe Cadero in there fighting, though, as hard as he can. And at the line, it's anybody's guess. Anybody's guess at the line. It is a hard-fought battle for the lead. Down the backstretch, side-by-side again. Waterman gets into the turns deep, but Joe Cadero getting out of the turns better. It's a nice, even match. Joe Cadero at the line, and the 2 years auto supply sponsor car was in the lead. The 27, the Cougar, the 27, having some sort of a problem. He just slowed way down. Competitors having a hard time, and it'll be 2 to go. 2 to go for Joe Cadero. An excellent battle for the lead, side by side for the last 4 laps. Down the backstretch they go. The 120 gets the momentum going into 3, but the 43 is handling better. 1 to go. All he's going to do is hold them back for 1 more lap. And we have a race before us, folks. It could be anybody. Down the backstretch they go. Side by side, in deep with the 120. The 43 coming out even better. And it is the 43 of Joe Cadero. In for a hard-fought victory. Out of Tiverton, Rhode Island, Sanford Sons Auto Parts, Quality Fence, Consumer Auto Parts, sponsored, number 43 for
Body Talk Auto Design, sponsored the number 7. Glenn Lawton from Westport in the MotorTech Exotic Island Liberty Auto Parts, car number 70 of Glenn Lawton. Joe Perry Jr. from Swansea in the 3 automobile, New England. D. Silva Trucking, Ferrari Shoes, Cars and Parts. Ron Freitas from Track Landscaping, and it's green flag. We're getting ready to race. Here we are. Hold on to that number 10 automobile as Dave Sylvia is trying to get that number 10 to go where he wants it to go. It definitely didn't go where he wanted it to go that time as it went through the side of Dave Leva's automobile. And the number 10 throwing an awful lot of smoke.
07 is sideways, Jim, going into the infield turn 4.
Yeah, the number 10, he's come out of the turn, he couldn't get the sponsor of car number 3, the Tweets Restaurant in Bristol. And Wally Saliba says, I said, what's Tweets? He says, it's just about the best restaurant you can go to. And he says, it's a great place down in Bristol, locally owned, family-owned restaurant. Tell him you heard about it right here at Seekonk Speedway. That's what that is in the back of the 3, Tweets Restaurant. Tweets, well, I don't know, it's in Bristol, Rhode Island. It must be a good restaurant. And the food business is responsible for a lot of the money in the number 89 of Ron Reed as W.E. Prey, who hauls fish. Oh, hold on to that 48, one of the right cars. One of the right cars making it through the infield, back out again. Here comes Chad chasing the 8. Chad chasing the 8, working his way up through. He's alongside of Tom Scully. Chad Chase from Somerset. The leader is Ron Reed. Should have names there.
Glenn Lawton in the 70 car got a warning as he passed the start-finish line. We're trying to get an update for you on that.
Not there? Rostock.
I got everything but the sportsman.
Oh, jeez. At the halfway mark, the W.E. Prey automobile, Ron Reed, has still got it going. Ron has come a long way in this division. He's the dispatcher for W.E. Prey, comes to us from Rehoboth, and he's running very, very strong in this division.
That's an 81 Regal he's driving. This is his 3rd season. He was first in the sportsman division last year.
And he's keeping a very, very consistent circle. Nobody is close enough to him to harass him, and he's driving exactly in the same spot every lap as he comes around.
Yeah, he's really pacing the field well.
He's hitting the same white dot every time. That, of course, is the ideal way to get around the racetrack, but if you got somebody tucked up underneath your back bumper, you can't always do it. With 2 laps to go, Chad Chase is not able to close in. Chad Chase wants to close in. He can't get out there. They're driving very, very wide. The inside row is very, very wide tonight. It could be that that outside row is working that much better. As we got 1 lap to go with the 16 automobile of Rob Wright, Tom Scully, the 3 of Joe Perry, and Chad Chase all trying for that spot. Coming out of the turn, it's Ron Reed in the lead. The right car is 2nd. Scully is 3rd. The race between Perry and Chase across the line, and I believe Chase takes it away from him. At the last minute, the 5 of Mike Castle gets across to qualify that 5 automobile. And that's a sponsor of the 89 automobile. As we have Ron Reed coming across the line, Rob Wright finishing in 2nd spot. Then Tom Scully and Joe Perry got beaten out in the last little bit by Chad Chase, and then Mike Hassel made it across 2 to qualify. Pete?
Okay, Jim, we're ready for our 2nd sportsman heat here at Seekonk Speedway. Right up the rear of the field in the 13th row. We've got a number 0 car, but no driver listed. Okay, we'll try to get an update on that for you. In the 6th position, 6th row outside position, the number 71 car of Mike. We've got our green flag, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready for our 2nd sportsman division heat here at Seekonk Speedway. And Carpenter in that 0 car gets a little loose going to go 3 wide, coming back, but we get sideways in the 32 car going into turn 3. Everybody straightens out. The 32 car did sustain some damage. Bill Woodrow will have to check that, I'm sure. He's getting a little loose there. Very hard runner, Bill Manchester Jr. in that 95 car. He's going to turn leader right now, pulling by number 19. Doug Morrow on the side. And the battle continues for 4th position between the 42 car and the 77, the 77, excuse me, of Daniel Willis. Willis trying to come on the outside, can't do it. The 42 battles it out. And now Morrow makes his move on the inside going into turn 3. Getting just underneath Manchester in that 95, and Manchester's dropping back, losing a little bit of time. Morrow also running very, very strong.
I had it right here, Jim. If it's not here, somebody took it.
That one there.
As Manchester is doing all he can.
Yes, but I had 2.
I know, usually we've had a
with the 42 car.
It's blue.
blue.
So it might be that you don't know you've got it under one of these things.
Bobby approach our halfway mark. And as it currently stands,
Here it is.
Florida on the 19, 21 and 33 of Seekonk. Battling it out for that position is the 42 car.
Okay, we got it.
Bobby Leclerc. In the last qualifying position, the number 6 spot. It's Manchester fighting it out with the 77 car. And the 99 car.
Here we go, Pete.
Whoa, we got sideways. We throw that 33, 42 car. Ryan Gable with the 33, excuse me, the 42 car, Bobby Leclerc. Getting just a little bit loose, but we're running so far. So, again, the battle continues for that final qualifying spot. Right now, in the last position is number 99 car in 6th position of Glenn Young out of Mansfield. In that final qualifying spot for this heat. But they're making their moves on Young, and up comes the number 12 car. Bobby Pellin Jr. scooping up that final qualifying position as we get down to one lap to go. Pellin making his moves on the outside of the 77 car. Dana Willis is battling it out now with Pellin. Bringing up the rear of the field. Willis gets sideways, but still maintains it. He gets that final qualifying.
In the Zero car, a name that's familiar to some of us from a few years back, Frankie Carpenter was out there. Frankie didn't finish out for long in the Zero as he meets his first voyage out in many a moon here at Seekonk Speedway. Welcome back to Frank Carpenter from Warren. Sportsman 13. Nope. I don't care yet. The Cliff Clavin of the Sportsman Division, Guy Workman from West Greenwich, Napa Auto Parts, Mark Fiedler DDS, and Joe's Service Car number 80, Guy Workman. Steve Ribby from Carver in the Everett's Auto Body, that beautiful 18, white and green 18. His problems in that 98. Trying to make that car consistent. A lot of money in that automobile.
Oh, and Linwood Cowan made contact, Jim, with the 53 car. Just as they were getting over the start-finish line. And there they go. That 53 is loose. Oh.
Well,
Not sure if what effect Linwood Cowan had coming into turn 1. Cowan bumped that 53 car and started getting him a little sideways, and I'm not sure if
Steve Ribby, the Everett Auto Parts number 18 on the outside. The green flag is down, and we're racing again. Guy Workman has the 80 going good. Look out, we got a real tight jam going, and whoop!
again in that Rizzo Ford backstretch, things get loose coming out of turn 2.
Kevin Nab and Steve Kibbe got together. The 45 of Scott Estrella. He looked for coming to the line. Guy Workman. And the green is out. As Ray Alexander Jr. in the Bow Brothers number 4 takes over the lead. Rob Murray. Rob Murray in the 08 has moved very quickly up to the outside. Linwood down in the 56 moves in underneath Workman. Cannot close the door. Whoop! Well, Workman does though. And look out, Collins trying again and they get under Workman as Murray stays on the outside. Very deep in the rear as Estrella is looking for a place to put that 45 car. He and Nab as the 4 of Ray Alexander Jr. getting around in very good shape as the 91 of Louis Dias gets into the side of Estrella. And I think he might have put him out, I'm not sure. Let's see if he can get around.
Jim, that we have to plug Zeeks as much as we can because he's not happy with the put him. But he's going to be bad because Francis doesn't want him to fire he's right next to the tower. So how to offset that is to say it aloud. Say it aloud.
Looking for the green, coming down. And the yellow comes right back out again. The yellow comes right back out again. It was a very poor start, but it was safer to give him the green and let him go. Green again. of Ray Alexander. Cowan comes in hard into that turn. He wants Alexander bad on the inside. Cowan has really got that 56 with a lot of momentum into the turns. And the 4 of Alexander moves to the outside. The 23 of Nab is right behind Cowan now. 23 gets in underneath, and Cowan a little bit sideways all by himself. He got a little bit squirrely all by himself. The Armstrong Paving 56. He had to back out of it, and Nab had to give him a little thank you, ma'am, at the turn. Let's see what happens this time. See if he gets out of it again. Went through very slowly that time. The rear end kicking out hard on that 56 in the middle of a turn, as that rear end comes right around. Really blowing hard, and he's proven to be a hard man to get by because of that heavy plow, as the rear end of that car swings way out in the turn, and that's caused Kevin Nab to kind of watch his P's and Q's getting up in there. Bob Murray had worked his way up into the 08 underneath Kevin Nab, as Linwood Cowan in the 56 with a heavy plow. Bob Murray got into a bad plow situation. I think there's something right on that track. Oh, the 18 loses the tire. The 18 loses the tire. It's not been his night. As Steve Ribby loses the tire. It's all over. It's all over. Linwood Cowan and Kevin Nab, Bob Murray, and the 4.
They're going to do the pitches like last year to stretch it out, or last week, rather.
Okay, Jim, here we go with the first Pro Stock heat, starting in the outside of the 7th row from Swansea, sponsored by Jack's Auto Salvage, Levex Tree Service, and Ultraflex Race Bodies. Out of Swansea, number 11, Vinny Anarumo.
How they going to do?
Sponsored by Bell Parts, Seekonk Leather, Bay State Lincoln Mercury. Out of Westport, number 48, Brett Estelle Jr. On the outside of the 6th row, sponsored by Old Smoke Shop, St. Angelo Buick and GMC, V&L Auto from Barrington, number 12, and St. Angelo. Sponsored by Manchester Racing Engine. Live, we've got it, ladies and gentlemen. We're underway for our first heat. And the number 24 car, your pole sitter, jumping right out of the lead. Hanatello is making his move. Opening the gap between the rest of the field and Marco, as things tighten up to 3rd and 4th place. Coming into the Rizzo Ford backstretch, it's Tony Dias in the 22 trying to get on the inside, but cannot do it. He has to stay on the outside lane. And they roar back at the double file rows. Meanwhile, Hanato in the 24 is really on the outside. He's got himself a 1.14-second lead over the rest of the field. Followed by Caparco and the 42 car and the 74 car of Dave Blanchard. Blanchard trying to get on the outside with the 42 eggs on. LaPlante in that 42 really trying to fight it out, hanging on to that 3rd position, but drops back. Dave Blanchard in the 74 now, moving out. The 42 car, Paul Plant dropping back even further and being challenged now by the 41. Lenny Ellis, speed talk in that 41 car. They get a little bit of contact between the 74 and the 00 of Caparco going into turn 2. Giving Hanato the 24 even more headway in his first position in this heat. And now Caparco is taken from the inside by Dave Blanchard in that 74. So now as it stands, it's Blanchard in the 74 car in 2nd position, followed by the 00 of Caparco. And in about a half-second gap behind them, fighting it out in 3rd and 4th position is the 41 car of Len Ellis and the 42 car of Paul Blank. The top 6 will qualify in this heat. Lenny Ellis on that 41 trying to hang on. And they go almost 4 deep into turn 3. 1 lap to go for your current leader, number 24, Rick Hanato. And the battle rages for 6th position. It's the number 12 car tying up that spot, Ed St. Angelo. We'll see if he can do it as he takes it across the bridge. He does it. Ed St. Angelo tying up the final qualifying.
I'm going to have 8 qualifying heats. Only 2 heats of 8 qualifying.
And we'll get a double check on that. It could be the top 8 positions for the qualifying.
That's what we had, it's an 8.
Yes, it is. It's the top 8 with 2 heats tonight.
And the last place that Fred Estelle Jr. wanted to be was in the Consi as he put that 48 up on the rails all the way around, but still could not get around. That third groove was just not ready for it. Looks like that car is doing a little bit of smoking right now. The 48 automobile. I don't know what's going on. Ready to go with the next one. We got the big number 66, Bob Stockel. Bob comes to us now from East Wareham. The car number 66, the yellow number 66. Alongside of him is the Ronnie Pond automobile. Bell Parts Poor Bob's Garage car number. The second of the Pro Stocks. And Johnny Tripp gets a great big bunch of the lead coming out of that turn. Johnny Tripp in that 40 takes over the lead right away. Steve Channing in the 23 moves into that second spot. Bob Stockton is trying to hold on a third. It's Murray in the 81 is fourth. Randy Murray is 44 is fifth. Tony Self-Victor on the Zeke's 37. Trying to move up. He and Holohan. Holohan in the 1. In pretty heavy company back there.
Channing's running very, very well, Jim, considering the damage he suffered from that tank last week. Oh, the 44 drops out. Something really let go of that car.
You can hear it backfire about 4 times, and that was it. Broke a timing chain or something of that nature.
Yeah, with such a thud right here in front of the tower, you can feel the glass shake in our windows. Something really popped in that 44 car. Randy Murray.
Johnny Tripp continuing to keep off the 23 of Chandler, and Chandler coming in hard against the halfway mark. Chandler's right on him now, as they are pushing it hard. Johnny Tripp, Chandler, Bob Stockel, Houlihan, Norm Holden, Murray. They're having problems getting through that heavier traffic. What are you looking for, man? Huh?
I need this sheet for someone.
What?
Because I have
Pro
a
stocks?
No, I need someone for me. I have a copy of
Sportsman should be here. Sportsman is someplace here. The blue pink one, is that Sportsman? That's Pro Stock. He's got Sportsman over there. And now Channing moves to the outside. Channing putting the pressure on Johnny Tripp right now. Channing moves to the outside. Good job.
Wow, he's really moving. Jim Channing is really doing a tremendous job driving.
98, not 99.
Those cars are very evenly matched. It's pure skill.
On the next page. It's on the next page.
I don't think there was one.
I know there wasn't.
One lap to go. And Dick Houlihan trying to make his move on the outside of that 66 car for third position as we get our checker.
top of them.
And in the number 0 car, the 20th position is Frankie Carpenter.
Warwick. Frankie's hasn't been around for a long time, but he was very, very popular with a lot of people here in the cadet division. Frank Carpenter in the 10 car. Frank has been in and out a couple of times. First re-emergence here.
And as we get through our green flag, right away the 25 car breaks out of the field and is trying to make his move around the 99, but he gets way high, gets a little loose, almost drops position and hits the 18 car, Steve Ribby.
And number 10 looks like he's getting ready to win a black flag. He's smoking some bad people.
Keep an eye on that 10 car. Not sure if that's tire or oil problem.
He gets a black. He gets a black flag. That engine puffing and puffing.
And again, Ribby in that 18 car gets a little bit sideways coming out of turn 2. But he maintains his 3rd position, followed by Bill Goodrow of the 32 automobile. And now coming around the outside of the 32 car, trying to make his move, is the number 48 car, Herb Wright. He can't do it as he goes high, trying to drop down and find the groove. And he gets squeezed out by Goodrow in that 32 automobile, and coming up behind him in the number 25 car, Roger Hedges, out of Arbor, Massachusetts. Oh, we get a really hard hit. As we hit our halfway mark, the 0 car, excuse me, the 44 from a 20 really walloped. It looked to be like that 20 car may have lost something or dropped back.
The 7 is disabled, and they're going to have to stop it if he can't get out of there.
Real hard hit. That 20 car either stalled out going into the Rizzo Ford backstreet and almost caused havoc. And that 07 car making a push into the pit. That's Dave Lima on the riverside of the 07 car. And we're under yellow.
With the amount of vapor coming out from under the hood near the carburetor, obviously he can't start it. Wow, that 44 had to do some weaving,
He
is he?
really did some driving coming into turn 3.
He's got bits and pieces flying everywhere. He's got a fender sitting up on his windshield.
Got all that. We're going to take a look at that 44 car.
Spot
The
the
fender
fence.
right up into the windshield. As we get back underway, the 44 car of Shane Gamble has got
I'm
body
leaving,
parts
I'm
crawling up
leaving.
into the windshield.
I'm
And he
leaving.
gets a little sideways now.
Did you give me this or did you wait looking?
No, I'm looking for that. You can use it.
Yeah,
Oh, we get sideways and climb on each other. That 44, wondering if he's got any visibility at all with his fender up into the windshield.
He's got no tire. That just blew his tire right out.
Absolutely. And the 71 car had nowhere to go but straight up. Climbed over that left front corner of the 44 car. Blake Silva's very lucky. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go here at our consolation event. And that drops Silva back about 3 positions. An unfortunate event. And coming neck and neck as we move for our checker flag. Here it comes. The 99 car takes it. Glenn Young out of Mansfield in the 99 car driving that classic pizza 94.
Car number 13, Brian Freira's automobile. Jerry Berthollet in car number 4 from Woonsocket, sponsored by Al's Garage Countryside Auto Parts. Rotatory Auto Sales. Car number 4, Jerry Berthollet. Ray Lovelace III in car number 62 is starting 12th with Pat McCroyan from Berkeley in the 65 automobile. Pat is starting 13th. The PJ's Tire, Alice's Restaurant, C&D Auto Repair automobile. Richard Duffy from Warwick in car number 19. Action Container, Paul Bailey Ford of Warwick, starting 14th position. Richard Duffy, car number 19. Mike Brighton from Acushnet in the Milk Brightman's Auto Repair, J&M Auto Body, M&M Tire Company, car number 17, Mike Brightman. Jeff Costa from Somerset in the 06 automobile, D&G Associates, Chase Giddy, Tony Del Monte Auto Sales. Starting in 17th position is Footcaster, that's Kevin, in car number 88 from Swansea, the J&R Precast Truck Driver, Complete Auto Body, L&L Auto Parts, Sea Farm Kennels, car number 88, Kevin Casper. Kyle Marchand from Somerset in car number 46, Vinny Sherry's Pleasant Street Auto Sales KGM wall covering, sponsored car number 46. Tom Duffy from Warwick in the Paul Bailey Ford mechanical technician car number 51. Tom Duffy, Don Wood and Mike Iannabino sponsor that automobile. From Somerset comes Dave Banville, car number 81, Jerry's Automotive, Somerset Sheet Metal. There's the green and we're going with the first of the Formula 4s. Oh, look at all the dirt on the racetrack. Oh my goodness gracious, we're not supposed to have that happening. Not supposed to have that happening. What do we got? The 26 still out there doing a little bit of landscaping. There's that 63 continues to have the lead, Pete. That 63, Mike Butts has the lead.
That 78 car is limping its way into the pits. Dana Sabry's got a lot of smoke blowing out of that rear end.
Tommy Furtado in that 5 car is coming in strong on the 63. We've got a lot of traffic coming up through.
And now we got smoke coming out of the 05 car of Rich Barry.
Yeah, that's Art Barry's son's car.
Oh, that's definitely motor problem.
Yeah, yeah.
He's shifting gears. He's really blowing a lot of oil, and he's been black flag. We'll see.
That's one of those. That's that little. I think that's that little Volkswagen that they put in the Chrysler products. That little 1.9 Volkswagen engine, but it's really smoking. There's the yellow flag.
Oh, we get crazy in turn 4 again. As they tried to go 4 deep into turn 4, the number 5 car barely got out of it. Tommy Furtado.
The yellow is out.
3 laps complete.
3 laps complete.
26 cars limping by us in front of the tower here.
Mike is a great HO racer. He has a whole HO setup.
That's a lot of fun. And again, they're going 4 deep, Jim. They're going to try it again.
They'll never learn. Whoa, it gets tight. There goes the door, there goes the fender, there goes the... Look at it.
Tremendous driving on that 81 automobile of Dave Manville. They went 4 deep coming out of turn 4. He took advantage of it in that Volkswagen and really muscled his way up through the back. Halfway mark, and the 42 has lost it. I think that 42 has been blowing oil onto his rear tires for a while. And he's on the infield, but out of the way. We're
A lot of competition that Pete sits right behind him, but the 46, Kyle Machan has got that thing going. That's a rabbit.
Oh, and number 5 is on the wall. Yes, before the pit entrance. Looks like he had a blowout. That may bring us on the yellow. It's back underway. Possibly a small lap. We'll try to get a word from the picker on that.
Oh, look out, they're 3 and 4 deep again going into the turns. Now, you know that can't be done, fellas. Now just cut it out with only 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go in the Volkswagens all line up.
And into the pits was Kyle Marchand in the 46 car.
He was the leader, wasn't he? Wasn't he the leader? There's that 5. 81 passes him. Look at the 62 stuck on the backstretch. A very bad spot for that 62. Can he get out of there? Oh boy.
Well, this yellow will even up the pack, but I'll tell you, Dave Manville has been doing some tremendous driving at that 80. On his door, and he's in a tremendous position to take over a lead as we go green-white checker. And there's Casper. Locking in 3rd position, coming high on the outside over that 4 car. Jerry Brooklyn. Oh, but now he's dropping back. We'll see if he's got the muscle to do it. We get down on 1 lap, Jim.
That Dave Manville's got an awful lot of momentum build up on that 81, that Volkswagen. As the 4 doesn't appear to be running well at all. The 4 all of a sudden coming out of that turn just stopped. He's doing it again. Not able to make it. His 2nd place car is the 4. The 1st place car is Dave Manville.
And that 88 car, Kevin Casper, got sideways coming out of turn 4, which cost him enough time to pretty much take him out of any kind of position.
was 5th in points in 93. He was named Rookie of the Year for 93. That's Dave Banville. And we'll be going down to trackside to talk to Dave in just a moment here on this first of this Pro Stock Fun.
What do we got, Dick?
One load, Barry.
Load?
Yeah, take load.
Pat Marino. We've got the green flag, ladies and gentlemen. And immediately they get sideways. There's a blown radiator on that number 18 car, Les Potter, who was bringing up the rear of the field. And we're going to go under yellow now. Not a complete circuit. Coming out of turn 4 just before the start-finish line. And the number 23 car has got quite a lot of smoke coming out the back of that. That number 18 car, Les Potter. This is much more than computer. This is the real thing. As we're back under green here at Seekonk Speedway for our second Formula 4 feature. Coming up on the outside is the number 20 car trying to make his move as they go 3D. The 47 dropping back, but the 20 car does not have what it takes. They take that back as he goes across the start-finish line. They get a little sideways, and he takes advantage of it and grabs a big lead. Stan Sherman, the second, grabbed a big lead, taking advantage of some slippery driving there. His nearest competitors, and we're back on the yellow, is that 25. He's got a blow left rear tire.
Kevin Rojo.
That's right, Jim. Kevin. The green flag. And the green flag drops, ladies and gentlemen. We're back on the way, and Sherman again makes his move. And again, that 73 car gets sideways, but this time he cannot get out of it, taking two other cars with him. An exact replica of what happened coming out of turn 4 last time, where Stan Sherman was able to grab the lead over.
Flat tire on the 40. This one here, this is 42 flat tire. It's 09 flat tire on
09 car is going to get himself up to the infield. He's got a flat tire. And again, Stan Sherman in the 20 car is doing a tremendous job.
It's John LeCount, the infield.
And speaking of Ford, we've got a 32 car, another Ford Mustang, trying to make his way up. Got some smoke coming out. It looks like tire smoke though. He goes high coming out of turn 4. Followed by in the third place, the battle wages on between 94 and 84. Halfway mark. We approach our halfway mark for our current leader, number 20, Stan Sherman out of Lakeville.
02 coming like heck, Ray Parent.
Keep your eye on that 02 car, ladies and gentlemen. He's moving through the pack.
Ray Parent.
Ray Parent in that 02 car really doing well. Car moves up, Stan Sherman about to pace and lap the rest of the field. Just narrowly avoiding trouble if they go 3 high. Dangerous position for the leader to be in.
32 is going after him.
And the 32 is really fighting, Jim. You're right, that 32 is really trying to make his move.
2 to go.
Russ Harris in that 32 car, that Mustang really trying to make it as we get 2 to go, 2 laps to go. Russ Harris in the 90 Mustang is pouring out the steam, but can't do it as Banville in that
Bobby
20 car.
Blanchett.
It's really doing well, and now here comes Blanchett.
82.
Blanchett in the 82 as we got 1 lap to go.
Bill Scholler.
In the 84 car.
Bill Scholler.
Scholler in the 84 car.
There
He
goes
gets
Scholler.
underneath, and Scholler It's Bill Scholler, your current leader, making his move, coming underneath, looking for the checker flag. It is Bill Scholler, the number 84 car, really doing a tremendous job, getting underneath Stan Sherman in that 20 car. Some tremendous driving. Number 84, Bill Scholler, who is your points leader so far in lap. That 32 car, Russ Harris, was really in a position for a while to really do some damage on the leaders. But of course, Bill Scholler and that number 84 car, who came in tonight's racing in first place with 456 points, just 2 ahead of Dave Manville, takes the checker flag. Well, let's give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen, as he makes his way around his victory lap.
Come on, girl. Go. Don't turn her over.
You want to get up there, Grandpa?
Hey, two.
Okay, I did do that.
Yeah.
That's sign. No, move that out. Okay.
Gentlemen, so when that flag comes down, they're ready to go, because when you get something as valuable as these Pro Stock automobiles and they've been sitting for so long, we had 12 supposed to start, and only 10 get out here. The green flag is out on this consolation event. It's an important race for them. They've got to finish up to the front. Nobody wants to be left out. They haven't made a dime up until this point. Well, the plan has got that 42 running pretty strong, as Ray Lee and George Murray are effectively blocking everybody else from getting through. The 48 of Freddie Estelle, the 16 of Andy Johnson, and the 94. They want to get up in there. Looks like Sandy Gustafson's favorite automobile is Northern Lights. That motor is really smoking bad. Steve Gustafson's going out with a smoking motor. That gives the Boston Chicken number 22 little inspiration. He does not want to be last. He does not want to be last. With the halfway coming up. Jesus, don't tell me Zeeks may not make the feature.
You should get a hard luck award.
Tony Dyers passes him, he doesn't make the feature. While running 48 tonight, that thing is a real brute to handle, giving them all kinds of problems. Very, very fast, just not getting around the racetrack. As Andy Johnson gets by with the 16.
Very unusual, Jim, to see Tony Dias running that far behind the pack.
last car because he wanted to at least be in the feature on the night his sponsor is paying the bill. Two to go. Taylor Spread having himself an easy ride well on his front. And Andy Johnson running second. Rick Martin is third. The 42 of Paul LaPlante and Ray Lee.
The 38 car is running a 13.17 and a quarter mile. That's 69 miles an hour.
There's your finish. The big four takes the win with Andy Johnson running in second spot. Rick Martin is third.
Page Hauling, Red's Auto Parts, all sponsor from Cranston number 12 car of Bob Pellin Jr. Lockhart Brothers Auto Parts, L&L Used Auto Parts, Orange getting it Somerset. From Somerset, number 8, Chad Chase. Starting on the outside of the 8th row, number 5, Mike Hassel. On the inside, number 21, Corey Boudreau, as we get our green flag. And bringing up the rear of the field, number 8, Petronello, her right. And the number 0, Frank Carpenter.
Can't believe Frank Carpenter.
No, I'm afraid that it's not going to be able to
Making a switch on the outside.
right now.
It's that number 77 car, Dana Willis. The number 8 car, the Colton Godwin, trying to hang on as he gets tapped. Robert Wright in the 16 car, their red 16, tapped him pretty hard. And enough for Willis to lose it. And in the backstretch, the Rizzo Ford backstretch, Langwood Cohen in the 56 car gets sideways after tangling with the 42 car. And now the 32 car is on the infield.
This was all done.
Bill Goodrow on the infield, again having
That's how
trouble.
you're going to do it tonight, but nobody knows that.
Driving that Cisco's performance car.
How are these guys
A
going to
94 Lumina, Chevy Lumina, probably the most popular car in all of stock car racing.
how are these guys going to get to the start finish line? And they need to be up on the stand. They need to be up on the gate.
These guys are on the status stand here. Facing out.
And Guy Workman, keep an eye on it, he gets hit again. Rob White bumping Guy Workman, really driving aggressively. Trying to make his way in. Dana Willis coming on the outside. And they really get Tammy Hill going in the 5th and 6th position.
Whoa, whoa!
And we get really crazy as the number 12 car has nowhere to go but up and over the left front quarter of that number 3 car. We are under yellow. Joe Geary Jr. in that 3 car just completely lost his left front quarter as the number 12 car just
Back when they go by.
it'll take alongside the 32 car Bill Goodrow on the rear of the field as we get green again from Sportsman Division feature here at Seekonk Speedway. Almost going 3 wide, Cohen in the middle, but he gets underneath the 7 car in the back of the pack heading into the Rizzo Ford backstreet. Guy Workman trying to hang on to the lead, again being challenged in the 77 car of Dana Willis, and right underneath in that red 19 car is Doug Morrow. Excuse me, the red 16 car of Robert Wright. Well, Willis making his move, coming high around Workman, and he does it. Looking for the apex of the turn, and here comes Morrow on the 19 car. Workman drops back to 3rd position. And so currently your leader is the 77 car, Dana Willis, followed by Morrow on the 19, and Guy Workman, your pole sitter originally, and the number 80 car. Chad Chase making his move, but he gets around Workman now. And up through the pack again is Rob Wright in that 16 car. Chad Chase in that 8 car really working hard. taking up the slack as the field opens up between 3rd and 4th position. And they get sideways and loose coming out of turn 1 as the 12 car gets back on the track looking for the groove. Halfway mark, we get our halfway mark. That 12 car, Bobby Pellin Jr. was struggling as best as he can. And right here on the front straightaway, Goodrow is in trouble again as he collides with the 7 car, Tom Scully out of Johnson. Goodrow and Scully really hit hard, almost ending up in the infield out of sheer velocity. And Goodrow whips back again to the center of the infield, and Scully goes to the pits with quite a lot of damage. Right front quarter of that 7 car. We maintain the green flag. Goodrow just cannot get a handle on it. That 32 automobile, they end up watching the rest of the race from the center of the infield. And now the 91 car gets sideways. We go into yellow as we get some defensive driving coming into turn 4 as that 91 car just simply lost it.
Backstretch.
50s.
And Cohen in the backstretch ends up against the wall.
And who is that? The red car.
That 21 car and the 56 car.
You just said it.
We're back on the green. And Morrow in the 19 car immediately takes the field in the lead. Oh, and the number 4 car we were just talking about of Alexander loses some serious undercarriage and he's dragging it around on that Rizzo Ford back straight. But we are still on the green as the 19 car is really moving out. Chad Chase in the 8 trying to make this move on Dana Willis in that 77 car as they go into turn 4. Chad Chase looking for the muscle to do it, and he does it. Well, your current leader as it stands is Doug Burrow in the 19 car from Assonet, Massachusetts. And again, we get sideways going into the Rizzo Ford back straight. The 99 car, the 16 of Rob Wright, who's been driving very aggressively. And again, Frank Copper. Okay, we'll bring. We've got it. The green flag crowds. We're back underway with our sportsman feature. There's Chad Chase, as predicted, making his move on the 19 car. Rob Morrow. Chad Chase going high, looking for the apex and the groove as they enter turn 4. Coming over the start-finish line, Chad Chase with about a quarter of a car lead over Morrow on the 19. Really taking over the field as Willis in the 77 car runs about a second and a half behind. Willis trying to hang on in that 77 car.
Trackside magazines.
And here we go again with Chad Chase again hanging on, being challenged on the inside of Morrow. Morrow not being able to find that groove, but still preventing Chad Chase in the 8 car to get it himself. And there he goes. Chad Chase grabs that groove, gets a little sideways. Really, really tremendous racing for your 2 leaders.
You want to be before we interview him or after we
And fighting it out in 3rd position is the number 77 car of Dana Willis, being challenged as they get sideways. Willis gets sideways, and the 33 car takes advantage. Ryan Maybaum in that 33 car takes advantage and gets underneath as Willis drops way back now. With 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go in our sportsman feature. And once again, Morrow in the 19 car has got the advantage over Chad Chase in the 8. Way ahead of the field. 1 lap to go. It's Morrow, it's Chase, it's 33 of Ryan Maybaum. Can Chad Chase do it? As he gets sideways, he goes into the side of 19 Morrow. And we are now under yellow. It was difficult to tell exactly how it happened. But Morrow goes sideways, Chad Chase goes broadside into him, and the 21 car ends up sideways in turn 4. And it looks like Chad Chase was rough riding in that 8 car, and he may end up in the rear. Chad Chase in that number 8 car pushing too hard. A little bit of rough riding since the number 19 car of Morrow for a spin coming out of turn 3. We've got green flag. 42 car, Bobby Leclerc trying to get on the outside, but the 33 will not let him do it. Maybom and that 33 car hanging on as we get 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. Bill Manchester Jr. in the 95 dropping back, but maintaining 3rd place. And Leclerc drops back. It's the 33 car, Brian Maybom, looking for the checker flag. With Leclerc on his tail, he does it unofficially. Number 33, Brian Maybom, followed by the number 42 of Leclerc and the 95 of Bill Manchester.
And they'll settle it all again next week as they go 50 times around. And don't forget next week, an extra $50 added 1st through 24th through the courtesy of Speedway Distributors. As next week they go 50 times around and it's Speedway Distributors night.
Really?
Pull it right there.
Him alone.
Over here.
It's all right.
Don't count with this one.
Yeah. Yeah, we're close.
Okay.
One more. 1 minute.
All right, girls.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait a minute.
You're as bad as
Come on,
John.
guys. Go, girls. Wait a minute. Thanks, bud. Come on, girls. Take it.
Who are these two?
Don't touch that car. All right. Back up. Go ahead. Come on, pick Save that one later. Tony, get in there. Yeah. Get over there. Get in there. What's in my face? I'll take 2. Well, sit guy then.
We all got it.
Come on, gang. Hey,
Perseverance Award going to car number 46, Jeff Thompson from Somerset. Jeff's the truck driver for Reventing Trucking, and we're supposed to say Jeff is 27 years old if you take 5 years off his age listed here. Jeff drives for Tri Racing Group, sponsored by Viveris Insurance, Hydrostop Roofing, and Madeira's Bakery. Jeff Thompson.
Balloon number 77, the sportsman division. And Zeke's going to present him with his Perseverance Award. Congratulations, Dana.
Yes, it's car number 77, Dana Willis from Hampton. Dana is self-employed at Willis Works. He's a welder and auto technician. He is sponsored by York Landscaping, K-Dot Racing, and Lincoln Street Rockers. Mr. Dana Willis from Hampton, and he gets car number 77 Sportsman Perseverance Award. Congratulations, Dana. And Hamasi, we need to come up with a little more of the state funds to pay you enough money to buy you a razor. There's Hamasi Harmon, car number 40 from Berkeley. Hamasi works in the electrical department at Lemuel Shattuck Hospital, but he ties that beard around in the back when he opens up those voltage areas. Otherwise, it's going to be sparks all over. He drives Zeke's Harmon's car number 40, sponsored by Commonplace, Manny & Sons, Ron's Auto Body. Congratulations to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Electrical Department employee, Mr. Hamasi Harmon, for his award. Yes, it's Billy Gilbert, car number 01 from Westport. Billy works as a welder and machinist at the Ornamental Iron Works, and he drives the owner-operator of car number 01, Billy Gilbert. Northwest Automotive is the sponsor of the 84 Pinto. This is his rookie season, and he's got himself as the crew chief, and it's a Perseverance Award to this hard-working 01 in this Formula 4 division, Mr. Racing director at Thompson International Speedway in Thompson, Connecticut. Thank you very much, Ron. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate the greatest country in the world, our national anthem. Sir? Anytime you're ready, Pete.
With what? The lineup?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Very good. They were just on the radio. This is what I'm saying.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
And ladies and gentlemen, Tex Barry's engine is certainly the loudest right now. Well, Jim, the excitement starts with we take it and get ready for a hot lap ProNyne feature event here at Seekonk Speedway.
This is Bristol County Speedway.
He puts on his truck BC.
BC, yes.
Yes. Bristol County Stadium.
Why is that
That's the name of
That's
it.
the official name. BC as in little tiny letters.
So what? Why don't we have Seekonk Speedway? That's the only time anybody ever sees it.
I know.
It would be so cool, you know?
It would. I gotta talk.
We've got the green, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the way.
I thought he was mad. I thought he was cracking up. I thought he was finally gone.
Second gap.
That's something I think that was really important. You don't go to a tracking store or to a Kmart and buy a stock car. You gotta build it. Nobody gives us credit for that.
It's very good.
Nobody gives us credit for that. Boston radio station
Maintains its pace. And the second, third, and fourth row. Anatol and Caparco have no competition right now as they maintain a 1.63 second lead over the rest of the pack. And breaking out now on a mid-34th position is the number 23 car.
That's all they did tell me. So you saw for 3 days.
Lee did fantastic.
Heading rounding in on top 6 and then turning on to a 25 crew followed by the 88 car.
They were close.
Bobby Tripp. Really turning on the steam as they come out of turn 4.
Waiting on word right away.
Number 40. With 10 laps.
Trippy's out of the car, okay. Glenn's car has got it both front and rear. The entire front is pushed back. The suspension part, which is the most expensive part on that front end, is pushed back. And the rear is pushed forward. So it looks like the cage, the safety cage, is what held and what kept everything intact, but everything is schmuckled right up to it on both ends, very badly. A lot of work for the host of Speed Talk. He builds his own race cars and has been for many, many years. I have to come through for guys like Lenny Ellis and get him back into racing, because it's going to take his sponsorships and many, many sponsors to come to the aid of Lenny right now and get him all the parts that he needs to get back into racing again before next week.
Isn't that Metamucil's logo? We keep America moving.
Get out of here.
Who is that?
Metamucil, that's their logo.
X-Lax.
X-Lax. You've got green, ladies and gentlemen. And Hamilton gets the jump. Caparco trying to fight his way. Caparco trying to fight his way, coming around the outside of Hamilton on that 24 car. But running interference is the 88 car. And doing a great job at that. 23 car, Steve Shannon trying to make his way too. As the field folds back in, and we get sideways again on the Rizzo Ford back straight.
Houlihan in the 99.
It's the Houlihan 99 car, and sideways, and we're back on the yellow. The 99 car ends up safely in the infield. That's Wayne Dion in that car. You've got it. We're back on the way, ladies and gentlemen. And again, Hanato doing the same thing he did earlier. As we approach our 13th lap, it's Rick Hanato coming out of the lead, being challenged by the 88 cars. The front drop back. Hanato trying to maintain that lead on the inside groove. But Bobby Tripp in that 88 car is really pushing it. Very, very competitive, and Channing and Caparco in the second row, battling it out for second position. And dropping back further is Paul LaPlante in that 42 car. He sustained a lot of bruising here tonight at Seekonk Speedway. And there's Tripp trying to make his move on the outside of Hanato in the 24 car. Tripp goes up high as we approach our halfway mark.
Murray in.
Getting around Murray in the 81 cars in pits. Hanato hangs onto that lead, but just flying up. Hanato and Tripp go neck and neck into turn 4.
Stockel touched the 18.
Tex Barry goes sideways. Stockel. The plane gets by, but Barry is sideways, and that brings us to the yellow.
I think Stockel had a flat tire, and as he dropped back, and he dropped back very, very quickly. Tex just barely brushed him on the way by. It's gonna be all your fault.
And we're back on the way. There goes Hanato again. Being challenged by the 88 car.
You better open your mailbox with a long cord.
Tremendous racing in the top 5 right there as Hanato being challenged by the 88 car. And Caparco and Channing going in. Caparco hanging on that inside groove. And now Tripp goes high, trying to steal away the inside groove as he pushes the corner, but can't take it. As Hanato powers it. And here comes Tripp again, trying to get the apex of the turn, stealing the inside groove from Hanato. Can he do it? Gets over that start finish line by a nose and gets it going into turn 2.
Hanato is going into the turn wide and coming out of the turns wide, which is causing Tripp to break his rhythm a bit. But now Tripp gets around him.
And yeah, you're right, but Tripp doesn't. Tripp's got just a little bit more muscle looking for that inside groove and gets ahead of him.
Hanato is only making 2 turns on the trip.
Absolutely. And there's Caparco and Channing. Caparco dropping back now, trying to hang on to that good.
Look at 12 coming up. St. Angelo.
And St. Angelo making his move in the lap position, trying to come up to the back.
10 to go.
10 to go. As the field liners in the top three with Camargo and Channing making 3 and 4 respectively. And there's Rick, your current leader, followed by Rick Anatol in the 24 car. Camargo in 0-0 and Channing in the 23 again trying to make his move. Bobby Tripp in the 88 car, turning a 14.2 lap. And now Rick is getting clean air. Marco and Channing go over the line neck and neck, but they're still 1.52 seconds behind in second place. Rick Anatol, the 24 car. Field maintaining its tightness. With 5 laps to go, 5 laps to go. Your current leader, number 88, Bobby Tripp. Camargo and Channing still battling it out. Number 12 car, St. Angelo trying to make his move around. And into the pits goes LaPlante in that 42 car, having trouble all night long. Look at Tripp move. He is unstoppable in that 88 automobile. Anatol at least 1.3 seconds
Ooh,
behind.
Capaco is swirling.
And Camargo barely makes it onto that turn in the 0-0 car. Being really challenged in the 23 by Channing. There he goes. Channing making his move. Trying to get down low. As we get 2 laps. Channing across the start-finish line. Making room for St. Angelo in the 12 car. And Camargo drops back with 1 lap to go. Channing in third position. St. Angelo behind him in the 12 car. Looking for the checker flag for Bobby Tripp coming up. And the number 88 automobile, your winner. Bobby Tripp is Rick Anatol, followed by Channing, St. Angelo, and the number 48 car, Fred Estelle Jr.
Woohoo!
And we get tangled up coming out of that turn into turn 1. Driving New England Sanitation, Manchester Racing Engines, Blanchett's Boutique, Bell Parts, 94 Modified Lumina.
Is it me or do I smell food?
I smell fish. Very strong for suddenly.
No, that's my breath. I meant other food.
Well, another one of those JR precast truck drivers.
Nice trophy from you last night. It's the best trophies I get from this guy.
I want this.
No, stay with us. With the whole guy, right?
Bob!
I'll get this.
All right, girls. What's your names?
You get it, Roger? Thank you.
Pit crew! Pit crew!
Donald.
I don't know anything about that.
Money is with Interstate Diesel. We keep America moving. Bum, 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 bum.
Okay, Ron Manfredo shows the green flag, and Nancy Sherman is going for that lead. Up into turn 2, she goes up a little high, and the number 3 takes over the lead with Scott Saradansky in the hunt. In that number 53, watch that number 53. He will be bringing that automobile to the front. 4 wides, the story down here on the front stretch as the 38 and the 27 make contact. The 38 completely spins around. Dean Petty also in the 54 has to spin to avoid contact. Lou Rotundo was involved a little bit, but Lou kept going. And we'll have a caution here, the first caution in the first street stock feature. We didn't hear that. At the line, they get the green flag, and Dick Carter jumps right out, but Scott Seredinsky in the 53 has better ideas and takes her deep down into turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, a side-by-side battle for the lead. Scott Seredinsky takes her in a little deeper, and the number 3 will have none of that, and at the line, it is just about a dead heat. The 53 of Scott Seredinsky working that outside groove to his advantage, and going into turn 3, he takes the lead, and the 19 of Rob Rotundo is in third. Dick Carter gets sideways. Rob Rotundo sees the outside groove open up, but does not have the ponies to accomplish it. Here comes Bruce Rigo in at 23, and we have the 63 of Ken Spencer completely around, facing the field. The 24 is involved. It looks like the 33. Excuse me, the 08.
Keeping it under green, they're going. And that 98 car, Scott Fanning, well, he's really moving up through the pack. I think he got a little bit confused there. A lot of drivers waiting for a yellow on that. He started slowing down a bit. But Fanning has managed to work his way up now to 5th position. And this is your 6th lap as we cross the start-finish line right here.
Looks like at the halfway point that Scott Seredinsky in the 53 has got a fine lead. Nobody's going to pull up the challenge at this point. The battle is a few spots back as the 08 gets sideways, slammed into the 81 of James Lawrence. All competitors keep going forward, however. No complications. The battle is for second. The 19 of Rob Rotundo outside the number 3. Side by side down through turns 1 and 2 as Rob Rotundo eagerly tries to get that second position. It is a torrid battle for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th positions. Rob Rotundo, something seemed to happen to his automobile. He loses 2 positions coming out of turn 4.
I'm standing in that 98 car. Keep your eye on it. He's making his move.
And Tony Olszewski in the 7 has blown a motor by the looks of it, folks. A lot of smoke coming out of that automobile. He will get the black flag this time around. He will have to go pit side. It looks as if he's leaking something. The car still appears to be running, but smoking heavily. And a torrid battle for second has developed. The number 3 of Rick Carter with the 98 of Scott Fanning. Scott Fanning gets us sideways out of 4, loses 2 positions, grabs them.
The 53 car is running a 56 mile per hour quarter mile right now.
Starting to work the lap traffic, Pete. He's working underneath. And the 27 shuts the door.
He's got a 1.18 second lead over the rest of the field. Never widening if we get down to 2 laps.
And it'll be 2 to go this time around for Scott Seredinsky.
Fanning just doesn't seem to be able to make his way through that traffic. He's really running well at all. As we talked about, he gets tangled up with the 3 car.
1 more lap to go, Pete. He had second soda. There he is sitting on the backstretch.
And I think we may see a penalty on that 98 car for rough riding. He was really doing a great job making his way up to the field. As we look for our checker flag.
A bad tangle in turn 4, folks, as the 24 hopped over the number 08. The 24 continues on. We don't know how. He was completely airborne, went right over the top of that automobile, came smashing down, but that automobile, that 24 automobile of Chris McGee continues on.
That 84 really got walloped, and he says, we're getting word that both drivers are okay.
Okay, a big round of applause there, folks. That was a hard shot.
That 84 car is about 2 or 3 inches shorter right now.
The 24 car, though, Pete, is still moving and went right. Yes, you do. Okay. Okay.
No personal calls right now.
Come on, Scotty, wait. Put that record out of there.
Where is he? Get in there. Hey, oh, Mike.
There we go.
Trophy girl. Hold that flag. Come on. Here you go. Come on, get together. Get close. That's it. Very good. Where's the man? Ray! Come on, Ray. You will not get on my
Let's go.
Nana? Flag down here.
David Westgate out of time. 19 starting spot goes to point leader as of tonight. Number 02, Matt Dewey out of Rehoboth. Outside Matt in the 20th starting spot will be the 84. Jeff Waterman and Carl Simmons takes the green at the line. Mike Holt looks to the outside. Down into turn one. Mike Holt working that outside groove. The 36 sees the opening, makes it 3 wide down the backstretch, looking to take over that lead. We have a little bit of a skirmish on the backstretch between the 71 and the 22. They managed to keep her going.
Well, Jeff Waterman, that 120 car is wasting no time. He's up about 4 spaces already, taking advantage of that little bit of slipping and sliding on the backstretch. Look at it go. He's back, but he has to hit the brakes harder on it.
Gene Weston, boy, he almost got in the middle of that mess, but Peter Fernandez got the worst end of it with a right front flat. He'll have to go pit side with that 26 automobile. Larry Only looking to take over that second position underneath the 36, and at the line, he gets it. He gets the second spot. Now he has to hunt down the 61 of Carl Simmons. Lots of ramming and banging in the back here, Pete. The 00 of Gene Weston just gets shifted high and finds himself in the rear quick, real quick. Some sort of a mechanical problem on that 00. The thing will not go up to speed.
I think he's got a blown left rear. He's really savvy in that left rear. Suspension of the right.
It looks like the 00 will be headed pit side. He's out of this one for the night. What do you see, Pete? Flat tire?
He's got a flat in that left rear. I think he's also got a problem.
Meanwhile, the 61 of Carl Simmons who leads the field. An outstanding lead. Larry Only trying every trick in the book to catch up. Pounding the back bumper of the 61. Cannot catch up. And at the halfway point, Carl Simmons is the class of the field at this present moment.
You know, and that 76 car, too. We really got a lot of tire damage. That right front tire is really rubbing against the body work. And I'd be surprised if that makes it many more laps. That could be a tough situation, a dangerous situation.
Oh, and heavy contact here on the front stretch between the 120 and the 37. However, both competitors keep going. Unbelievable. A hard shot, but they both keep going. The battle right now is for the third. It is a heavy battle for third. The 68 of Dave Titus and the 62 are battling it out. And here comes the number 11 of Kenny Morissette. 5 to go this time around for the 61.
And into the infield goes the 36. Back down again. 36 and the 84 can tangle up just before 34, but they're back out again.
And going for the long slide into the backstretch is the 05 of Ed Plant.
This is not usual to see these guys running this hard.
Laps to go for Carl Simmons, ladies and and gentlemen, just 8 more turns, and he's going to bring that automobile under the checkered flag. Let's see if he can maintain it. The battle right now is for second, though, and a torrid battle it is as the 05 looks to the bottom of Larioli. Down the backstretch they go. The 62 goes way high. We have an automobile.
One lap, that 61 is running 50.68. That's a very quick time.
And it's the green flag, green, white checker. And Carl Simmons puts the pedal to the metal, leads the field down into turn 1. Larioli drops back a little bit as the 05 looks to take over that second position. Jeff Waterman brings that car up into the third groove, looking to get as many spots as he can in the final lap. The 68 of Dave Titus gets sideways, does not lose a position, however. And the 61 of Carl Simmons looks like he's going to handle it, but the 05 of Ed Plant pounding the back bumper of Carl Simmons. Simmons gets high, Plant sees the bottom, and it's Carl Simmons at the line. Reg Auto Parts, Winning Circle Auto Repair, and Empty Pockets Truck Pulling all sponsor that. They want to make their pace lap. Let him know that you appreciate the run. Wave your hats and handkerchiefs and cheer for Carl Simmons all the way around, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Jimmy. Happy man. Let's have a hand for him, ladies and gentlemen. And take these photos with right to Seekonk Custom
Alone?
Car, proud sponsor tonight.
Get behind the sign.
We want to thank you all for being here for another tremendous Saturday night racing at the action track of the East of Fox. From defending the team of Steve Vandetti, and of course on behalf of Jim Powell and Mark Snell, myself, Steve Peter Powell. Once again, thank you. Please have a safe trip home. We'll be meeting again next Saturday. Good night.
No, I don't either. No? Okay, hold on.
Put your hand away from your face.
Thank you. That's it. Where's your fans? Okay.
Come on, gang, look this way.
Here we go. And a little would never look back.
Very good.
That's it.